everybody. This is Ron Dittmars talking to you from the Erasmus Academy Recording Studios, and this is our third segment in the series on Karl Rahner, Prayers of Life, reading the text from the introduction by Karl Lehmann. And our guest speaker is Nathan. Nathan, you want to say hello?
Hi there.
Okay, so this is a slightly long, quite a bit longer passage. There are a lot of elements in here that are essential and fundamental to systematic theology, if that's your field. But it's not too difficult grammatically, as the very first paragraph was, right? With all those extended modifiers. Okay, so I'm going to read the text out loud, and so that you have a chance to listen to see how the words are pronounced and the flow of the sentence. And then I'll ask Nathan questions, and please try to reply in your own mind, in your imagination, what the answers would be to put together this text. By the way, the whole written text is available normally on Friday before it's discussed and presented the following week. So you could actually take that text and try to translate it on your own, and then listen to the explanations on a daily basis as we go through it. One person has tried that so far, and it's been successful. Okay, just beginning hier. In der Zwischenzeit sind neue Entwicklungen eingetreten, die zu einer anderen Gestalt systematischer Theologie geführt haben. I'm going to see if I can mark this here. Can you see the mark there, Nathan
I can.
and everybody? Okay, so up to the comma, where's the verb complex?
So it's going to be sind eingetreten.
Good. So they have occurred, or they have entered. And what's the subject?
It's going to be Entwicklungen.
Good. The development. So new developments have occurred. In the meantime, new developments have occurred, or have entered into the stage or into the conversation. D, and then this is a relative pronoun introducing a relative clause. What is this? What is its antecedent?
It's going to be Entwicklungen.
Good. Back to here. It's antecedent. Which, and then the verb complex in that subordinate clause.
It's going to be anderen haben.
Well, no, this is a prepositional phrase, but that's a good
Oh,
mistake.
excuse me. Geführt haben.
Yeah, that's a good mistake to make, because I want to point out always that you can never find the core sentences, the core elements, which are the verb complex, the subject, and the direct object, in a prepositional phrase. So whenever you see a prepositional phrase like this, zu einer anderen, then go all the way to the end of that, and none of that can be part of the core sentence, which you want to identify first. So which have led, and you expect a dative, which here, to another form, and then you have systematischer Theologie. What sort of a genitive is that? What do we call that?
It's one of those compact genitives that doesn't have a definite article, but you can still tell the from it because it's got the ending on the end.
Right. This is genitive plural with the definite article would be der. With that in being absent, as Nathan, you point out correctly, it goes onto the end of the first adjective. So which you want to do that first sentence there? Just read slowly.
Sure, for a translate.
Yeah.
For the translate. Okay. In the intervening time, new developments have come about which have led to another form of systematic theology.
Perfect. Going on, die Einflüsse zum Beispiel des dialogisch-personalistischen und existenzphilosophischen Denkens, long word, haben ebenso wie die biblisch-heilsgeschichtliche Sicht zu einer Aufhebung der Trennung von Geist und Leben. A very long sentence. Let's start out here. Let's see. So this whole sentence goes all the way down to here. For heaven's sake, so very long. So what would be the verb complex in that whole sentence?
Is it haben geführt?
Great. Okay, haben, and it's so long that the past participle floats all the way out to the end of the sentence, down to here, which means give us a pronoun.
Sure. So it's going to be. Is it? Let's see. They. Wait.
You're right.
Yeah. They have.
Led.
Lead, yeah,
Yeah,
they have
good.
lead.
They have led. So what's the subject?
It's going to be
Right up here.
die, yeah, die Einflüsse.
Yeah, so the influences of, for example, of a dialogical person, uh, personalistic and existential philosophical of existential philosophical thinking. Now this is a denken is an infinitive made into a noun. So what do we call this? What form? Just the grammatical
It
term?
takes an ing, yeah, it takes an ing form, so it's tastes like kind of like a gerund.
It is a gerund, yeah. So the influences, for example, of a dialectical thinking have led and equally. Now there are actually three subjects of in this long sentence. This is the first one: the influences, da da da, and the thinking have led equally as the biblical salvation
It's,
history
yeah, so
view.
that one, the yeah,
Mhm.
the view.
Those are the three subjects of this long sentence: have led. And now, where do you pick up after have led when you say that?
So what you pick up at the zoo?
Good. To a lifting up of, or an accentuation of, and then here's the genitive of the separation of spirit and life. And then they give another, this trending, the separation is not only from between spirit and life, but also between theoretical and practical reason. Okay, that's a long one. So you want to do the whole thing from Einflüsse, so we can sort of
Sure.
see that together. Don't read it too
The
fast, so we can follow
Sure,
you.
the influences, for example, of dialogical, personalistic, and existential philosophical thinking have led, equally as the biblical salvation historical view, to an accentuation of the separation between spirit and life and of theoretical and practical reason.
So if you understand that entirely, then you've gotten an A in systematic theology, right? Right,
Pretty much.
Nathan. Um, okay, going on. Natürlich, let me move this down a little bit and erase this. And sorry for the long passage, but that's what the um, directors of this program asked us to do. Going on. Natürlich, let me just mark where we are so you can see that. Okay. Natürlich spielt auch sonst eine Reihe von Gründen mit, welche die Entfremdung zwischen Idee und Existenz überwinden halfen. Okay, so right down to here. So where's your verb?
Coffin.
See, which. Now,
Oh, but you got to have more than that. Ubervindenhofen.
yeah, so this is, when I asked for the main verb, which I didn't, I'm asking for the
Oh
main verb
yeah.
of the main clause, which is right here.
So it'd be spilt. Yeah,
And what goes together with spielt?
and then the Ubervindenhofen. No, no, because that's another. Excuse me. Yeah, the mit.
Yeah, that's right. So here you have a separate prefix. So spielen just means to play, but mitspielen means to take part in, to play with, to take part in. Um, so naturally, also, otherwise, a series of reasons uh, take part in this. In other words, take part in it for this reason, which the estrangement between idea and existence helped to overcome. Okay, so that this is your verb in the subordinate clause. Überwinden helfen. Okay, helfen is the reason is the word from which we get help in English. So one out of three words that you encounter in English comes from the German side, and two out of three of the words that you encounter in English come from the Latin-based sides via French, etc. Okay, going on. Well, let's see. Why don't you read that last sentence, starting with naturally?
Oh, Sure. Naturally, also otherwise, a range of reasons has a part in this, which helped to overcome the estrangement between idea and existence.
Good. Liturgische Bewegung. Now they're just going to give all the reasons, the reasons that this has occurred with a colon here, and so they're just going to list these. So liturgische Bewegung, Erneuerung aus den Quellen der Heiligen Schrift und der Kirchenväter, and this would be a liturgical movement, renewal from the sources of the Holy Scriptures and from the Church Fathers, Rückkehr, return to an original form, or to the original form or shape of the great saints and the founders of orders. So let's see. Well, anyway, that's how this long paragraph is translated, and we'll come back again for the next session, which is the third section, and I promise it will be a shorter one. So thanks for tuning in. See you next time.